Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I want to begin to talk about the healing process from narcissistic abuse. Um, you know, After the discard, either the narcissist has left you or you have left the narcissist. This is the point that I'm talking about. Most people are in a very devastated and broken state as far as the survivor goes. And, there's a lot of hurt and a lot of pain, a lot of disappointment, a lot of anger, a lot of guilt, even a lot of shame. These are normal feelings. And then some of us go on to develop PTSD, which is post-traumatic stress disorder. When this is a traumatic event, when someone comes into your life and twists it around like a tornado here. This is what the narcissist usually does. And they like to go out grand, okay? When they know it's over and that mask has dropped, they have nothing to hide. They want to do whatever they can that's nasty to you and make it as unpleasant as possible. But what I want to talk about in this video is something that I've observed in my healing process. Now, what I went through was so devastating to me that for once in my life, I really took some time to myself. Honestly, I was very disgusted with men in general. And I needed that time. I needed that time to genuinely feel like I wanted to have companionship again. And for me, that was a good 17 or 18 months without sex, without dating. Like, I just needed to be with myself and work on healing. Everyone's situation is different. Everyone's time frame is going to be different. And you're going to know, when your body is ready or when you're emotionally ready to resume things. One day I was at work and it dawned on me. I was like, you know what? I really miss having company. I really miss companionship. So, I had a healthy amount of curiosity. I wasn't thrown off by it anymore. I had had enough time. Because during that time, I didn't just sit around. I actually went through counseling and I worked through a lot of things. And actually, that relationship with that narcissist made a lot of things come full circle in my life with previous abuses stemming from my childhood that made me even susceptible to fall for this narcissist to begin with. So it was all connected. And I'll talk about that in another video. But it's taken me 3 minutes to get to here is even though I took all that time off, basically a year and a half, once I started dating again, I was severely triggered. I thought all that time would give me a certain type of calmness that once I started dating again, I would feel comfortable, and it was actually a trigger. Because when I took all that time for myself, sure, I was able to heal a lot of parts of me, but my trauma occurred in a dating relationship. So when I go to date someone else, that's a trigger for me, or at least it was at first. The first person that I dated after the narcissist, after that year and a half, I was on edge with that person. I was extremely on edge as far as, I was just looking for, something to happen. I couldn't be in the moment and enjoy the connection with the person because I was so skeptical still of people in an unhealthy manner. You need to have a normal amount of skepticism. You need to have a normal amount of caution when dealing with people, but I was past that range. And what I realized was, it was a trigger. And all that time that I was to myself, I was just that, to myself. But the more people that I started to date, the less triggering it became with me, because I was, I was very self-aware. I was able to understand what was going on because I dealt with a narcissist in a dating relationship. Of course, the next person that I dated after all of that, it was still there, that rawness. It was almost like, the Band-Aid had been off and the sore had scabbed. They peeled the scab off again. So it was some things that I had to realize that I still needed to work on. And I'm just saying all of this to say, even if you take a lot of time to yourself, don't be surprised that the first person that you let into your personal space again, or you start dating again, that could be a trigger for you, and it will shine a light on the areas that you still need to heal from, basically. Okay? Don't feel bad about that. You're just human. You are really just human. And even if you've done all that other work on yourself and connecting the dots and understanding things, it still could possibly be a trigger, especially early on. That the first couple people that you date or whatever. The more you start being around people again, because I became very introverted during that year and a half. I didn't want to deal with anyone, male or female, too much. It just took me some time to want to deal with folk again, period. But I let things take its natural course. So this video is almost 7 minutes, and I definitely like to keep them under 8 minutes. I hope that you got something from that, because sometimes we're hard on ourselves in the healing process, and we're unrealistic in what we project or expect from ourselves. So when you've gone through a traumatic event, it's always possible that you'll be triggered by things associated with that traumatic event. So you want to keep that in mind. All right. So if you like this video, go ahead and click the like button. Please subscribe to my channel. I love comments. I love interacting. If there's something that you would like for me to discuss, please go ahead and make that suggestion. My email is in the description if you'd like to talk to me on a personal level, or, behind the scenes, that's fine. And as always, until next time, you take care.